special village board meeting to order of the President and Board of Trustees. Let the record reflect, please, that it's Tuesday, October 20th, 2020. Village clock has it at 7:11 p.m. Pursuant to Governor Pritzker's Executive Order 2020-07, Executive Order 2020-10, Executive Order 2020-18, Executive Order 2020-32, Executive Order 2020-33, Executive Order 39, Executive Order 44, which collectively suspends the Illinois Open Meetings Act requirements regarding in-person attendance by members of the public body during duration of the Gubernatorial Disaster Proclamation issued on June 26, 2020. The members of the village board may be participating in the meeting through teleconference, which we're all here. A live stream of the electronic meeting will be broadcasted at the Village Hall pursuant to the Governor's Executive Order 43 and CDC guidelines. No more than 50 people or 50% of maximum capacity will be allowed in the council chambers at any given time. So long as the attendees comply with social distancing guidelines, anyone in excess of maximum limit will be asked to wait in another room with live feed to the meeting until the agenda item for which the person or persons would like to speak on is being discussed, or until the open floor for the public comments. Public comments this evening or requests to speak telephonically may also be emailed in advance of the meeting to the clerk's office or placed in the drop box at Village Hall by noon on Tuesday, October 20, 2020. Please note, written comments will not be read aloud during the meeting. A copy of the village's temporary public participation rules and procedures is attached to this note. And to my notice, there were no comments that were issued today, correct?
There were not.
Thank you. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America,
and
to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Berg.
Here.
Trustee Brady.
Here.
Trustee Brennan.
Here.
Trustee Galante.
Here.
Trustee Glotz.
Present.
Trustee Mueller.
Here.
President Vandenberg.
Present. Thank you, Clerk. Item number 1. At this time, I'd ask the board for a motion to consider approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved by Trustee Brennan. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Trustee Berg. Roll call.
Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glotz.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Motion will carry. Thank you. Item number 2. At this time, I'd ask the board to consider approval of the minutes. Pardon me, I'd ask for a motion for the board to consider approval of the minutes of the special village board meeting that was held on September 29, 2020.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Trustee Mueller.
Second.
Seconded by Trustee Glotz, was it?
Yes.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glotz.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item 3, receive a presentation. Clerk, you taking this?
Yes, I'm starting, I believe. All right, tonight's first featured business in tonight's spotlight is Los Tres Burritos. They opened in Tinley Park in 2012, and the restaurant is located at 8005 183rd Street. Los Tres Burritos employs 6 people and specializes in Mexican food. Is Ms. Carol Palma with us? Thank you. Yeah, please join me in welcoming Carol Palma of Los Tres Burritos.
Thank you so much. My name is Carol Palma. I am the new marketing coordinator for Los Tres Burritos in Tinley Park. The ownership was taken over in 2012 by my sister and brother-in-law. It is, first of all, thank you so much for having us here at the Spotlight Business. We truly appreciate it right now in these times. We are a family-owned, franchise, authentic Mexican restaurant. We serve breakfast, lunch, dinner, and as we're updating our social media presence, we're currently just sticking to our website right now for any lunch specials and any catering that we're still doing. We're on Uber Eats, Grubhub, as well as DoorDash. Our hours are Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. So thank you so much for having us, and have a blessed evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next one is Frankie's Restaurante.
Opened in Tinley Park in April of 2008. It is located at 9501 West 171st Street. Frankie is a family business and employs 33 people who have all been with him since day one. Frankie's has received several awards throughout the Best of the Southland, Yelp, Open Table, and was featured on ABC 7's Neighborhood Eats. He was not able to make it today, so let's leave it at that.
Trustee Glatz, thank you for sharing. We'll move on to item 4. At this time, I'd ask the board for consideration of proclamation. Trustee Galante.
Yes. With this proclamation, the Village of Tinley Park is going to be joining the schools and organizations in observing National Bullying Prevention Month. Just go ahead and read it.
Is there a motion on the table? I think it was motioned by trustee,
Do I have
Is
to
there
make
a
a
second?
motion?
for a second on the table?
I'll make a motion. Second.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you. This proclamation reads, in recognition of the month of October as National Bullying and Cyberbullying Prevention Month in the Village of Tinley Park. Whereas bullying is a problem that affects millions of students of all races and classes, 1 out of every 4 kids is bullied, and depending on their ages, up to 43% of students have been bullied while online. Whereas an estimated 160,000 students in kindergarten through 12th grade miss school every year due to fear of being bullied. And whereas not only kids, but people of all ages can experience bullying, including in the workplace. Whereas bullying can take many forms, including verbal, physical, and most recently, cyberspace, and can happen in many places on and off school grounds. Whereas every October, schools and organizations across the country join Stomp Out Bullying in observation of the National Bullying Prevention Month. The goal is to encourage schools, communities, and organizations to work together to stop bullying and cyberbullying and put an end to hatred and racism by increasing awareness of the prevalence of the impact of all forms of bullying on children of all ages. Now therefore be it resolved by the President of the Board of Trustees of the Village of Tinley Park, Cook and Will Counties, Illinois, for the month of October 2020, be designated as National Bullying and Cyberbullying Prevention Month in the Village of Tinley Park.
Thank you, trustee Galante. Before we take a roll on that proclamation, I'd just like to add that I appreciate the board considering this very important item this evening. In a culture and in a society that is mixed up and just screwy right now, I think it's important that we all just take a moment and realize that this is real, and that we need to do something about it. So, I appreciate your consideration this evening. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Roll call for item number 4. Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glatz.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
That item will carry. Thank you very much. Item number 5, trustee Brennan.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to make a motion to conduct a swearing-in ceremony for police officers.
Second?
Second.
Thank you.
Village Clerk Therian will swear in police officers Ahmad Allen and Kyle Hennigan.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Ahmad Allen,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the ordinances of the Village of Tinley Park,
the ordinances of the Village of Tinley Park,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of police officer
the duties of police officer officer
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God. Thank you.
So brief background, we're fortunate to have Officer Allen. He has previously worked for South Howard PD and for Frankfurt PD, and luckily he transferred over to Tinley Park. He also speaks fluent Arabic, which has been very beneficial for us with our community, and I want to welcome Officer Allen and to swear you in. Raise your right hand. On my honor,
On my honor,
I will never betray my badge,
I will never betray my badge,
my integrity,
my integrity,
my character,
my character,
for the public trust.
for the public trust.
I will always have the courage
I will always have the courage
to hold myself and others
to hold myself and others
accountable for our actions.
accountable for our actions.
I will always uphold the Constitution,
I will always uphold the Constitution,
my community,
my community,
and the agency I serve.
and the agency I serve.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you yell at all of us?
I'd just like to thank the village board and the mayor for this opportunity. I remember, thank you to the chief, but I recall when I first had my meeting with chief, he told me this was destination department, and definitely is. And I'm glad I'm here, and looking forward to serving the community for the next 30 years.
You're here.
Thanks, everybody. Yeah. My dad and my mom. Whatever second.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Frankfurt and South Holland. Nice family. So cute.
No specific action required.
Oh, yeah, and another Tim. It was on this guy, Tim Polis. He'll be the next one.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Kyle Hennigan,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the ordinances of the Village of Tinley Park,
the ordinances of the Village of Tinley Park,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of police officer
the duties of police officer
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Kyle comes to us, he was part-time with Rockdale PD, and then he was full-time with the University of Chicago. So as many of you know, he was nearby 6410 South Dante. He was protecting the undaunted on Dante. Oh, no, I spoke this. But we're glad to have him. He's doing a great job, and I'm going to swear you down. Raise your right hand. On my honor,
On my honor,
I will never betray my badge,
I will never betray my badge,
my integrity,
my integrity,
my character,
my character,
for the public trust.
or the public trust.
I will always have the courage
I will always have the courage
to hold myself and others
to hold myself and others
accountable for our actions.
accountable for our actions.
I will always uphold the Constitution,
I will always uphold the Constitution,
my community,
my community,
and the agency I serve.
and the agency I serve.
Congratulations.
I'm here with my parents, Tom and Audrey, my oldest sister Kendall, and my girlfriend Liz. Like Chief said, I was with the University of Chicago in the city and served with Rockdale. I grew up here 26 years. The end game's always been being in Tinley Park, so I thank the village, the mayor, the board, and Chief for giving me the opportunity.
Bring them on down.
You know what?
That's a great idea.
Sure.
Wait, wait. Here's the camera. Okay. And I'll spray it down.
Yep, perfect. Okay, ready? Okay, hold on one second. Got it. Thank you very much.
Old school, man. Yeah, I love going to that store. You never know what you're gonna.
Chief, as you walk back to your seat, did you happen to see that St. Rita High School was voted the best school in Chicago? Just thought I'd mention it to you.
Who voted for that?
I voted before I waited in line out front. It was an hour, solid hour. Yeah.
Best in the city.
Yeah, I hope. I don't know. Guess he was.
Oh, yeah, no.
Well, we got it's another
Same thing
agenda
again
item,
today.
Jake. It's another agenda item.
Get their voice heard.
Yeah.
Is there any reason to say? Item 6, trustee Brennan.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to make a motion to conduct a swearing-in ceremony for Police Commander Tim Poulos.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you, Mike.
Seconded, go ahead.
Clerk Therian will swear in Police Commander Tim Poulos.
Front and center.
All right.
Please raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Timothy Poulos,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the ordinances of the Village of Tinley Park,
the ordinance of the Village of Tinley Park,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of police commander
the duties of police commander
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Real quick, this is just a cliff notes of Tim's resume. His resume is very impressive. He's had many accomplishments. He's had vast experience working with not only the members of our police department, members of our village, but with many municipalities out there. He has great respect from all. He's worked on several task forces, both locally and federal. He was a lead investigator from 2018 to the present on Lane Bryant, but he had also been an investigator on it for 10 years at least.
Yes, sir.
He co-founded our forensic unit, where we have various departments come to us to get forensic information from telephones and other things, and that was co-founded by Tim. After the interviews, based on his experience and the interviews, we selected Tim, and I can't wait to get started and start working with him. On my honor,
On my honor,
I will never betray my badge,
I will never betray my badge,
my integrity,
my integrity,
my character,
my character,
or the public trust.
or the public trust.
I will always have the courage
I'll always have the courage
to hold myself and others
to hold myself and others
accountable for our actions.
accountable for actions.
I will always uphold the Constitution,
Always uphold the Constitution,
my community,
my community,
and the agency I serve.
and the agency I serve.
Congratulations.
Really quick, I'd like to thank the mayor, village board, the village manager, Dave, assistant village manager Pat, for giving me the opportunity to serve in this really exciting position for me, but very important position for the village. Hope I'll do you all proud, and I'm looking forward to my new challenges in this new position. Got to recognize my family back there, my lovely wife Patty, who's been with me since my career started, through the ups and downs, the goods and bads, and all the things. She's been my support, my rock, and she's always pushed me to do better, which today, after a long period of time, better late than never, I finally made it. My daughter Courtney, Chicago police officer, my son Jordan, the Cal police officer, and very proud of them that they followed in my footsteps. I couldn't be prouder.
daughter, my best friend Kevin Michaels over there, Lieutenant from Malship, and his wife Renee. And I just thank everybody for coming out so much and supporting me in this endeavor.
So nice.
So neat. I love it. That's really neat.
Oh, it is. So cool.
Great picture. Thank you.
Thank you all. Appreciate you being here.
Amazing. Don't see that every day.
No, no, you don't.
We usually have a reception or cookies or something like that.
Hand sanitizer?
Grab it for,
I guess so.
I got some in my purse.
I had no lunch today.
Are you getting a shake?
Yeah. Food.
Can I have some
Oh, I don't have any.
peanut butter and milk?
Ah, I got some there too.
Can I have some hand sanitizer?
No, I'm good. Touch it myself.
Three?
There's some outside.
We have some up here?
I have some.
Man.
State Farm.
Very good, we'll move on to item 7, consider approval of the following consent agenda items. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Properly moved, is there a second?
Second.
I'll second.
Seconded by trustee Berg, thank you. Madam Clerk, can you please call these into the record?
Item A, consider request from People's Animal Welfare Society, also known as PAWS, to conduct a raffle through Sunday, December 13th, 2020, with the maximum value of the prize not to exceed $1,850. Winners will be drawn at PAWS 8301 191st Street. Item B, consider request from Victor J. Andrew Athletic Booster Club, 9001 171st Street, to conduct a virtual Queen of Hearts raffle through October 20th, 2021, or until a winner is drawn, with the maximum value of the prize not to exceed $250,000. Winners will be virtually drawn weekly. Item C, consider adopting Resolution 2020-R-103, approving a contract extension between the Village of Tinley Park and B&B Holiday Decorating, LLC, for 2021 holiday decoration services. And lastly, item D, consider payments of outstanding bills in the amount of $3,134,923.57 as listed on the vendor board approval reports dated October 2nd, October 9th, and October 16th, 2020.
Thank you, Clerk. Does any board member care to remove any items from the consent? There are none, please call the roll.
Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glatz.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Motion carries, thank you. Item 8, trustee Mueller.
I move we consider waiving first reading for economic development purposes and adopting ordinance 2020-0-064, amending ordinance 91-0-083, North Creek Business Park PUD, to permit a car wash on Lot 1 of the North Creek Gas and Wash re-subdivision as a permitted use.
There's a motion on the table to waive first reading. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you. So,
Petitioner
go ahead.
Leonard McHenry, on behalf of Lenny's Food and Fuel on 183rd Street LLC, is seeking an amendment to the existing North Creek Business Park Planned Unit Development to allow a car wash as a permitted use at 18421 West Creek Drive. The Plan Commission held a public hearing on October 1st, 2020, and voted 4-0 to recommend approval of the amendment to Ordinance 91-0-083. This ordinance would be eligible for adoption tonight.
Thank you. Are there any comments from the board? Any comments from the public regarding item 8? There are none, please call the roll.
Roll call for item number 8. Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glatz.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Motion carries, thank you. Item 9, trustee Mueller.
I move we consider waiving first reading for economic development purposes and adopting ordinance 2020-0-068, granting a special use for a substantial deviation from the North Creek Business Park PUD with exemptions from the zoning ordinance for gas and wash located at 7451 183rd Street and 18421 West Creek Drive.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you.
The petitioner, Leonard McHenry, on behalf of Lenny's Food and Fuel at 183rd Street LLC, is requesting to permit construction of a car wash and changes to signage at a previously approved automobile service station at 7451 183rd Street and 18421 West Creek Drive. The Plan Commission held a public hearing on October 1st, 2020, and voted 3-1 to recommend approval of the special use in accordance with the plans as listed in the findings of fact in the October 1st, 2020 staff report. This ordinance would be eligible for adoption tonight.
Thank you, Trustee Mueller. Are there any comments from the board? I would just ask that, maybe you have the answer for this. Were the public, or the Plan Commission meetings, I noticed that there was a 3 or 4-0 vote and then a 3-1 vote. What was the reason for that?
Yeah, I asked Kimberly about that, and there was some minor disagreements on the signage. Kimberly, if you want to elaborate.
Yeah, there was just this disagreement that they didn't feel that they wanted to warrant the variance. And then there was minor comments about the waivering of some of the landscaping code. But I felt staff tried to also articulate, our landscaping code does not really address gas stations, so it's nearly impossible for any gas station to meet all the landscaping. But those were really the only two minor issues.
Thank you. Are there any other questions? Any questions from the public regarding this item? If there are none, please call the roll.
Trustee Burke.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glatz.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Thank you. That motion carries. Item 10, Trustee Mueller.
I move we consider waiving first reading for economic development purposes and adopting Resolution 2020-R-107, approving and accepting a final plat of re-subdivision for the North Creek Gas and Wash located at 6451 183rd Street and 18421 West Creek Drive.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you.
The petitioner, Leonard McHenry, on behalf of Lenny's Food and Fuel, 183rd Street LLC, has requested final plat approval for their proposed development. The plat will consolidate 2 parcels, resulting in a single 4.59 acre parcel. The Plan Commission reviewed the final plat of re-subdivision on October 1st, 2020, and voted 4-0 to recommend approval. This resolution would be eligible for adoption tonight.
Thank you. Any comments from the board? Any comments from the public regarding this item? If there are none, please call the roll.
Trustee Burke.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glatz.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
The motion will carry. Thank you. Item 11, Trustee Mueller.
I move we consider adopting Resolution 2020-R-108, approving a foundation-only permit for Vequity Construction for property at 17100 Harlem Avenue.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you.
Vequity Construction is requesting a foundation-only permit for its proposed gas station project located at the southeast corner of Harlem and 171st Street. A building permit cannot be issued due to permits in review by IDOT and Cook County. In addition, there are items with the final engineering that need to be corrected. The granting of this permit will allow the developer to commence work on the foundation immediately while it's awaiting approval from the other government agencies in addition to correcting its final engineering plans. This request was discussed at the committee of the whole meeting held prior to this meeting. This resolution is also eligible for adoption.
Thank you, Trustee Mueller. Any comments from the board?
Just one minor one, just that it should be, I believe, the southwest corner.
Oh, did I say southeast?
It says southeast, so.
Oh, sorry about that.
There's a correction to the discussion item. Should be noted as the southwest corner of Harlem and 171st Street. Thank you, Trustee Brennan. Trustee Galante?
Thank you. Just a question on, I'm assuming, but just to clarify that any of the open items wouldn't change what they're going to be pouring, if they're going to be pouring concrete. Is everything up to that point is done where it's not gonna be done something that shouldn't have been done, or have to be redone.
As I understood it, the corrections that they need to make to their final engineering would not affect their foundation.
Thank you.
Our village engineer looked at that, correct? Okay, thanks. There's no other questions, or is there any comments or questions from the public? Very good. Please call the roll.
Roll call for item number 11. Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glatz.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Motion carries, thank you. Item 12, Trustee Mueller.
I move we consider adopting Resolution 2020-R-096, approving the access and parking lease agreement between Elevated Enterprises LLC and the Village of Tinley Park for property located at 17344 Oak Park Avenue.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you.
The approval of Resolution 2020-R-096 provides for the continuation of an agreement between the owner of property located at 17344 Oak Park Avenue in the Village of Tinley Park to maintain access to the municipal parking lot from 173rd Place along the west property line of the owner's property. The agreement also provides for parking spaces for the residents of the owner's property and use of a shared trash enclosure. The agreement has a term of 20 years. This resolution is eligible for adoption.
Thank you. There was a correction to the agenda, correct?
Yeah, ordinance at the bottom of the action should read resolution.
Thank you very much. Are there any comments from the board? This will be a roll call, please, for the resolution.
Roll call for item 12. Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glatz.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 13.
I move we consider adopting Resolution 2020-R-098, approving a right-of-way encroachment agreement between Elevated Properties LLC and the Village of Tinley Park for property located at 17344 Oak Park Avenue.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mike. This is going to have the same correction at the bottom with ordinance rather than resolution. The approval of Resolution 2020-R-098 provides for an encroachment of 3.51 feet to 4.26 feet for a brick wall, stairs, and patio area on the Oak Park Avenue right-of-way for property located at 17344 Oak Park Avenue. The agreement shall terminate upon damage or destruction of 50% or more of the replacement value of the building or other improvements which encroach the village's right-of-way. This item was discussed at the committee of the whole meeting on September 15th, 2020, and this resolution is eligible for adoption.
Thank you, Trustee Mueller. Are there any comments from the board for this resolution?
I have a question, this is a new agreement
Any more?
that we're putting in, wasn't already in effect?
Trustee Mueller, did you want to answer that? I wasn't a part of the conversation on that, so I would.
No, we'll let Kimberly talk to this one.
Kimberly, are you still online?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear Diane's question.
The question was, is this agreement new to the village, correct?
Regarding the encroachment,
Yes.
for this property, yes, but we, I believe, have a history of rectifying these if we have known encroachments using this process to relieve the village of any liability.
Thank you.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
We've been doing these for some time, where we've identified the encroachment.
With this particular subject property or for other properties?
Other properties, and I think there may have been an agreement prior on this, but it was probably with the previous owners.
Understood.
I think the most recent one was Banging Gavel. Did we have one?
Oh, into the, yeah, you're right. Any other questions from the board? This is a resolution. Please call the roll.
Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glatz.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item 14.
I move we consider adopting Resolution 2020-R-097, approving the access and parking lease agreement between Rubik's, Inc. and the Village of Tinley Park for property located at 17358 Oak Park Avenue.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you.
The approval of Resolution 2020-R-097 provides for the continuation of an agreement between the owner of property located at 17358 Oak Park Avenue and the Village of Tinley Park to maintain access to the municipal parking lot from Oak Park Avenue along the south property line of the owner's property. The agreement also provides public parking spaces, parking for the residents in the owner's property, and a trash enclosure. The agreement has a 20-year term.
Thank you, trustee Mueller. Any comments from the board? This resolution is eligible for adoption. We'll
Sorry?
call the roll.
Roll call for item 14, trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glass.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item 15, a companion resolution.
I
Trustee
move
Miller.
we consider adopting Resolution 2020-R-099, approving a right-of-way encroachment agreement between Rubik's LLC and the Village of Tinley Park for property located at 17358 Oak Park Avenue.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you.
The approval of Resolution 2020-R-099 provides for an encroachment of 3.77 feet for a brick wall, stairs, and patio area on the Oak Park Avenue right-of-way for property located at 17358 Oak Park Avenue. The agreement shall terminate upon damage or destruction of 50% or more of the replacement value of the building or other improvements which encroach the village's right-of-way. This item was discussed at the committee of the whole meeting held on September 15th and is eligible for adoption tonight.
Trustee Mueller, any comments from the board regarding this resolution? There is none. Please call the roll.
Roll call for item 15, trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glass.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Motion will carry. Thank you. It's my understanding that items 16 and 17 are to be postponed to a date unknown, depending upon Cook County's review.
Late Friday, but there's some additional steps that we need to take, so we can't move forward until those are completed.
So allow me a moment to postpone date uncertain. So I'd ask for a motion to postpone items 16 and 17 to a date unknown at this time.
I'll make that motion.
Second it?
Been properly moved and seconded. We will call a roll on that, please.
Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glass.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
That item will carry. Thank you. Item 18. Trustee Glass.
I'd like to make a motion to consider adopting Resolution 2020-R-105, approving an IGA between the Village of Tinley Park and the Cook County Department of Transportation for the 94th Avenue improvements.
I'll
Is there a
second that. I'll second
Go
it.
ahead.
Thank you. Consider approving an IGA with the Cook County Department of Transportation in an amount not to exceed $500,000. This item was discussed at the Committee of the Whole held previous to this meeting. This resolution is eligible for adoption.
Thank you. Any comments from the board? Roll call, please.
Roll call for item 18, trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glass.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Item carries. Item 19, thank you.
I'd like to make a motion to consider adopting Resolution 2020-R-100, approving a purchase agreement between the Village of Tinley Park and Morton Salt, Inc. for bulk salt purchases in fiscal year '21.
Is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Consider awarding purchase agreement to Morton Salt, Inc. in Oak Brook, Illinois, in the amount of $59.10 per ton. The item was discussed at the Committee of the Whole held prior to this meeting. This resolution is eligible for adoption.
Thank you, trustee Glatz. Any questions from the board? Is that way down from last year? Substantially? What was the, what's?
It's like $80 a
Yeah.
a ton.
Last year.
Wow.
But if you recall, they had issues with the barges, and then
Yeah, I recall
there was a new salt mine that opened up last fall also.
Okay. Very good. No other questions from the board? We'll call the roll, please.
Roll call for item 19, trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glass.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item 20.
I'd like to make a motion to consider adopting Resolution 2020-R-101, approving a contract between the Village of Tinley Park and Zaneri Trucking and Excavating for snow and ice removal and 255 cul-de-sac locations in the village.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Thanks, Bill. Consider awarding a contract to Zaneri Trucking and Excavating in Thornton, Illinois, and the estimated cost of 10 events at $165,750. This item was discussed at the Committee of the Whole held prior to this meeting. This resolution is eligible for adoption.
Thank you. Any comments from the board? Roll call.
Roll call for item number 20, trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glatz.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item 21.
I'd like to make a motion to consider adopting Resolution 2020-R-102, approving a contract extension between the Village of Tinley Park and Beverly Snow and Ice for snow and ice removal in 21 parking lot locations within the village.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Thanks, Bill. Consider awarding the third and final contract extension to Beverly Snow and Ice at the estimated cost of 10 events, $242,370. This item was discussed at the Committee of the Whole held prior to this meeting. This resolution is eligible for adoption.
Thank you. Any comments from the board? If there are none, please call the roll.
Roll call for item number 21, trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glatz.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item 22, trustee Brady.
Yes, I'd like to have the board consider Resolution 2020-R-106, establishing an affiliation program between the Village of Tinley Park and the historic city of Nowy Sędzia in Poland.
Kristen, you want to help?
Pretty sure that's not how you pronounce it, but,
No, we
Anybody
discussed
wanna
this.
correct
It
them?
was Nowy Sędzia.
okay.
John, you want to help?
I had help from the clerk.
Shall we ask Google?
I think she already did.
All right. So we're going to go with it. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you.
With the passage of this resolution by the Village Board of Tinley Park and its acceptance by the mayor and the city council of Nowy Sędzia, Poland, a formal sister city program will be established. The strengthening of cultural, historic, and social ties between the two communities is important not only for the communities, but for the great nations represented. This resolution is eligible for adoption.
Thank you, trustee Brady. Are there any comments from the board? I just add that recently received a couple of questions from a journalist from the city that trustee Brady mentioned. So I immediately passed that along to our chairman of the Great Sister Cities organization, Chairman Patrick Ray and Roxanne DeVos. They're looking at responding to the journalist. So it's certainly what I would say to be a great relationship moving forward, and it's exciting to know that their media is already interested in questioning what's going on over here in the States. So, that being said, it's good to know that we have good leadership in our commissions, specifically in our sister cities, and I'm sure I could speak on their behalf that they're proud that this is on the agenda this evening. If there's no other comments from the board, this would be a roll call.
Roll call for item number 22 concerning Nowy Sędzia. Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glatz.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Motion will carry. Thank you. Item 23, trustee Brady.
Yes, I'd like the board consider adopting Resolution 2020-R-104, authorizing renewal of liability insurance coverages for December 1, 2020 to November 30th, 2021 with the Illinois Counties Risk Management Trust.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, I'd like to have the village current liability insurance coverage through the Illinois Counties Risk Management Trust will expire December 1st, 2020. Therefore, the village's insurance broker, Alliant Misro, has submitted an updated application to the ICRMT for renewal pricing. The renewal premium for the 2021 policy year has been quoted at $810,209, representing a 7% increase. The staff recommends renewal with ICRMT and continuing with the same deductible for the upcoming policy year. This resolution is eligible for adoption.
Trustee Brady, any comments from the board? Very good. Roll call.
Roll call for item number 23, trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glatz.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Motion will carry. Thank you. Item 24, trustee Brady.
Yes, I'd like to have the board consider adopting Resolution 2020-R-109, authorizing an executive session recordings review policy for elected and appointed officials.
Is there a second?
Second.
According to the Illinois State Statute 5 ILCS 120/2.09, elected and appointed officials may have access to verbatim recordings of meetings enclosed to the public. This policy would set procedures for the Village of Tinley elected and appointed officials who request to review the verbatim recordings. This resolution would be eligible for adoption.
Thank you. Are there comments from the board? There are none. Roll call.
Roll call for item number 24. Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glatz.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item 25, Trustee Brady.
Yes, like the board consider ordinance 2020-0-069, amending a chapter 30, title 28, participation in meetings by telephone or other electronic means.
Is there a second?
Second.
This amendment states the electronic participation in executive session must be specifically approved by the village board. This ordinance is eligible for adoption.
Are there any, this is an ordinance, are there any comments from the board?
I think that's 2020-067, not 09, isn't it?
You are correct, 2020-007.
Any other comments from the board? Any comments from the public, as this is an ordinance? If there's none, we'll ask for a roll call, please.
Roll call for item number 25. Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glatz.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item 26, Trustee Glatz.
John, you turned the air conditioning on? Feels like it. I'd like to make a motion to consider adopting ordinance 2020-0-066, amending certain provisions of the long-term water sale purchase and service agreement by and among the Village of Oak Lawn, Cook County, Illinois, and other municipalities, and authorizing the execution and delivery of said amendment.
Is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
All of Oak Lawn's regional water system north and southwest customers are being asked to approve an amendment to the water agreement to update various infrastructure and financial items. This ordinance is eligible for adoption.
Thank you. Does staff want to add anything to that? A representative to the agreement?
No, I mean, I think we discussed this in the COW, and this is really just kind of an administrative cleanup of a number of items that should be added.
Thank you. Anything else from the village board? Anything from the public regarding this item? This is an ordinance. If there's none, please call the roll.
Roll call for item number 26. Trustee Berg.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glatz.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item 27, receive comments from staff.
Just a reminder, 2 weeks from tonight's election night, there will be no meeting, and so our next meeting is November 17th.
Took my thunder. Anything else from staff?
Andrew?
Andrew, you've been summoned.
I've been
What would you
summoned
like
to the
state?
microphone. As we discussed earlier, gosh, now it'd be going back a couple months, we were allotted some funds from both counties, Cook and Will, and related to the CARES funding that those counties received on our behalf. Since we were not able to obtain any of those funds on our own, because by the regulations, we are not a big enough population to do so. We were notified today by Cook County that we will be receiving our full allotment, that they are cutting the check, and it's on its way. So, one down, one to go. I have been in contact with Will County. They did follow up this week with some additional questions and documentation they requested, which was provided today. So we anticipate receiving the same response for the full allotment from Will County as well, and we will notify the board when that's made available.
Thank you very much.
Excellent job.
Thank you.
Very good. Nothing else from staff. We'll move on to item 28, receive comments from the board.
Jake, I do have some comments.
Trustee Galante.
You know, when I was reading over this national bullying and cyberbullying prevention, looking up just different information on it, I started thinking about, you know, these are things that we are teaching our children. So what we would think that as adults we know how to treat each other. Unfortunately, I don't believe that's always the case. Acts of bullies can be quite damaging to the victims. Adult bullies may not be picking on others in playgrounds, but their tactics of starting rumors and are going after victims with sarcastic or demeaning language to dominate or humiliate another person is wrong. There's a secondary bully out there that likes to jump on and join in. And I'm the last person in this room that's looking for pity. But it's really, I believe, something we all have to be aware of. When I see on social media that, a resident is pointing out that maybe a business isn't, making people wear their masks. In my mind, the way I work, I immediately think, how do we fix that? I'm probably going to send an email off to somebody in staff and could you make sure that that business is doing it? Never do I think that anybody on this board should be attacking citizens and making them feel worse. I saw, a display of probably 20, 25 people before it was all deleted, bickering back and forth, and we shouldn't be involved in that. There's rumors going around about me. Just want to clear some of that up. People are saying that I guess working with Senator Hastings is going to the dark side, and that I did it. Just want to make sure everybody understands. I haven't had any conversations with him on anything. He's never asked me to join his group, and I've never thought I have any reason to ask him to do that. Cindy Berg and Mayor, you're also on the dark side, and I've been put out that I'm working with you because somehow people don't understand that I came here as a very strong woman. I don't need to have any man telling me how to act, or I have to be working with anybody. So that it's extremely insulting when I hear that. Another rumor was about the newspaper article that the Bobbsey twins have leaked this information. For what reason, I don't know. I definitely wanted to speak on that. And I believe right now I can, so you can stop me if I'm going to cross the line, with how that came to us. I brought the piece of paper that was sitting here when I came into this room. This is what I got. And then they started the discussion on how we wanted to purchase this property. And I'm like, what is this? And it became obvious as the information went on. I believe, possibly that meetings take place. Some of the trustees get some information, but not all. I think I've communicated this in the past, that I don't feel we're all getting the same information. Yes, when I think I was closer to the group, I got more information, and as soon as I wanted to be an equal on this board, I believe that stopped. I don't feel that always is the case. Intentionally or not intentionally, it just isn't always the case. I just want to make that sure that people understand that there was, I may have been against a development because I didn't think it was the right thing for the village. It was a choice from the information I had. It is nothing political. And as a trustee, I was put up here to make the decisions what I believe were right for the citizens. But I will not be a target for anybody. And if I have to speak every meeting, I will. Because bullying adults, kids is wrong. And we need to recognize what we're doing. And jumping on board and attacking people, it's wrong. That's all I wanted to say. Just want to make sure I got that out there. And I stood up for the resident that was attacked, because that was really wrong. It was wrong. And I'm ashamed of myself that I didn't jump on the Facebook and stick up for the person myself. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other comments from the board members?
I'd just like to add that I don't know who had conversations with Mr. Heidner. It certainly wasn't me in any of these deals, as well as I would have just voted no for the project, as you have all known I always do. Right to everyone's face, right here, 3 or 4 times I voted no. I was not given the opportunity to vote no on this, thanks to someone. And have a nice Halloween to our wonderful families in Tinley. Positive.
Anything else from the village board? No? Thank you. We'll move on to item number 29, receive comments from the public. And I remind individuals this is a special village board meeting. It should be relative to the items that were on our agenda. No public comment? Very good. Item 30, this time I'd ask the board for a motion to adjourn to executive session to discuss the following items. A, the setting of a price for sale or lease of property owned by the public body. B, the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body or legal counsel for the public body, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee of the public body or against an employee of the public body or against legal counsel for the public body to determine its validity. And C, the purchase or lease of real property for the use of the public body, including meetings held for the purpose of discussing whether a particular parcel should be acquired. Is there such a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Properly moved. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Is that trustee Brady?
Yes.
Thank you. This will be a roll call, please.
Motion to adjourn, trustee Burke.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Glatz.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Motion will carry. Thank you. We'll be adjourning to executive session. There'll be no open session following it. Have a good evening.